this is where I have noticed the problem, right? The problem that I think this feminism or this feminists, these females are facing is that they are not paying attention to where the problem is. Let's say, for instance, right? I am not getting the men to approach me as a woman. I'm at my peak and the men are not coming because one, I am showing some characteristics that the men are not finding attractive now. Instead of them to rather pay attention to
why are they not coming?
Why are they not coming? Instead of them to pay attention to all that, they don't, right? And then they rather go to church and waste the time at church. And I don't know, because the problem is that when you pay attention to what is wrong with you and you hold yourself accountable, you will fix it.
We are sent here to serve.
As men?
As human beings.
Okay, as human beings.
The day you were born, a midwife took care of you. She served you. A doctor took care of you. He served you. A teacher served you. A photographer, whatever, they are serving you. So I got to know that philosophically, when somebody asks you, TJ, when are you going to get married? The real question is, who are you bringing on this earth to do what? To serve who? Nature doesn't want you to cheat.
Okay. So, guys, here's the thing, right? I told you earlier, I go on social media, I get people who have, general ideas on a couple of things that I agree with. And today, I have a guest, right? Now, this guest of mine, apart from the fact that, we met on social media and all that, I have known him way back. And I've known that he's been pretty controversial on the internet. We know that, right? Now, here's the thing. We have a couple of discussions today. Okay, we're going to be sharing opinion on a couple of things. And you know how we do it. I have my brother in the house. I'll leave the rest of the introduction to him, and he will take it from there. Boss, welcome to my show.
Thank you for having me.
Now, let the audience have your name one more time, because I'm sure whoever is going to watch this already know you. Okay. But let's have it again.
Okay. So you can call me Kwabna Bibini Berima. You can call me DJ Fuad, the public enemy who hates no one.
Why are you the public enemy? Why?
From a long time, I seem to have different opinion from what majority of people think is right.
Right.
And at any time you have that kind of mindset, be ready to have backlash. The CEO of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, said that it is good to be idealistic,
right?
But be ready to be misunderstood.
Correct. That's a good point. Yeah.
Yes, and I see myself to be highly idealistic, and I've embraced the fact that people will misunderstand me. But you just imagine that the whole of Ghana TikTok, nobody was talking about feminism.
Yeah.
I opened TikTok account and I was like, I'm not talking about anything but the evils of feminism. Do you think people are going to forgive you?
But how are you able to stand the whole backlash and everything?
So what I've done is that I've done a lot of quite a number of activism in my life. So I know what comes with activism. Once you have something that you speak on one side of it,
right,
there are people who also believe in the other side.
Right.
And because of that, they come at you. So before I launched this 33 Men's Voice podcast, which mainly discuss male and female dynamics and focuses on the evils of feminism on Africa and Ghana in particular, I got to know that there are pseudo-feminists, people that I don't see them to be feminists, but they think they are feminists, who want to come at me.
Are they men or women?
Both.
Both genders?
But majority are women.
Okay.
But the men are the most dangerous.
How are men feminists?
Male feminists.
Yeah.
Male feminists are the most dangerous because the truth of the matter is that feminism itself was invented by men. Okay. Rich men, and those who were not rich were men who were, I would say, men who lacked commitment and didn't have what it takes to have access to female sexuality. Okay. So they believe that if we are able to push this agenda to stand, sex will be cheaper for men who don't qualify.
Really?
Yes.
But the whole idea of feminism in itself has deprived some caliber of men from not even getting sex in itself.
No.
You think the vast majority of men are getting sex from feminism?
Because of feminism.
How?
Feminism is what has made prostitution legal.
Okay. How?
So
I mean, we have to learn something today.
Yes.
I mean, all right, bro. Tell me something. I'm listening.
Okay, so without feminism,
right,
a lot of men will die without tasting the under part of a woman.
Okay.
Yeah, you understand?
Yeah.
Because feminism has two agendas.
Okay.
You know, Silver Cast is an organization.
Right.
It's a company.
Right.
Every company has mission statement and vision statement.
Right.
Why you are here and where you want to go.
Okay.
Feminism, strangely, is one of the few organizations or movement I have seen in the world that has two vision statement, two mission statement.
You still have to explain. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay. So the first vision statement is what you find in books and online as the definition, which will simply tell you that, feminism is here to fight for women's rights and empower women. I.e., make women go to school, have their careers and all of that.
Right.
Who hates that? I hope you have sisters.
Yeah.
They are all educated.
Yeah.
I have 4 sisters. They are all educated. You understand?
Right.
So nobody will hate this one.
Okay.
But this is the trap. The main agenda is there.
What's the main agenda?
The main agenda is to destroy family.
Okay.
Marriage, parenting.
Oh, okay.
And the natural order of society, where men lead in families.
Yeah.
And as we go on, I'll read some quote here.
Right.
Where some 12 feminists met in 1969 to discuss how they are going to destroy the American family. And you know, America is superpower. So when they sneeze, everybody catch cold.
Correct.
Around the world.
Correct.
You understand?
Yeah.
And they listed 5 things they were going to use to destroy the family and men in particular.
And feminism was part.
Feminism was going to destroy, and they have succeeded, men and family.
Right.
You understand? And they listed 5 things. One of them was prostitution, abortion, promiscuity, erotism. Whenever I mention erotism, I have to explain that a little bit. Erotism is putting sex on everything. So if you have noticed, if you are driving in town, you see certain adverts, and you see the advert that you see on the billboard. It has got nothing to do with a woman.
But then there's a woman on it.
But you see, for example, maybe a betting company. You see a woman with a long dress, with opening from the down here up to the thigh. You see the thigh almost up to over here, and stepping on the football with a high heel.
Right.
If you are not good, if you are not deep into advertisement,
you wouldn't understand. Right.
In advertisement, we say sex sells.
Right.
So that is erotism.
Right.
Putting sex on everything, sexualizing everything. You understand?
Yeah.
So they mention abortion, promiscuity, erotism, homosexuality, and there's a last one.
Okay.
That they are going to use to destroy family and men. And they have succeeded. And this one, they don't put in the definition. When you follow feminism, they will give you some prescriptions to follow.
Okay.
And they will tell you that if you follow this as a woman, you'll be okay. Majority of women follow it, and then they get regretted. And once they get regretted, they switch into the hidden agenda, the hidden definition, or the hidden vision and mission statement.
Okay.
Which is, so they pick either one.
Okay.
So there are others who will not necessarily go into prostitution. They will not go into
any of the bad things. Yeah.
No. They choose one.
Okay.
They either use promiscuity.
Right.
So if the woman is a feminist and you marry her, she's not going to be loyal to you.
Yeah.
She
submit to you and all that. Right.
You understand?
Right.
They have. She will engage with other men. And then especially after you give her a baby, when they have a child with you, then they will start promiscuous lifestyle, and the relationship comes to an end so that they will have the child unto themselves.
The women.
Yes.
Right. Is this also the reason why there's a huge rise of women have baby mamas and all that?
Single parenthood.
Single parenthood, especially with the women.
Exactly.
That's the reason behind. That's
Exactly.
the agenda behind it.
It's because they are saying that they want men and women to be equal. The only way men and women can be equal is when a man begins to do everything and think like a woman.
True.
Yes,
True.
And in that sense, when I say thinking like a woman, doesn't mean that the way women think is bad.
Okay.
The way women think is okay for them.
Right.
But the moment a man begins to think like a woman, he's a useless human being.
True.
Yeah, you understand?
True. Yeah.
And the best way they can get men to train them to live in that direction is when only a woman is training that boy.
That's true, though.
You understand?
That's wild.
So I have a video I did about 3 years ago on YouTube titled "Why Feminism Created Weak Men for Their Own Consumption."
I mean, with this video, with what you're saying right now, there are going to be men who are going to attack you from a couple of things that we're going to say because of you know they come at us all the time.
Myself and my brother, one of my brothers, Alabama, I know one day he will pass through.
Right.
The attack that comes on us, physical, legal, what spiritual.
Really?
Yes.
I remember one time when I was on your live, right? I think one of the guests on your live asked me what is the extreme I've gotten with the attacks that are with a couple of things that I've said on social media. And personally, I mean, I'm pretty new.
Yeah.
So most of I wouldn't call them attacks, but I think it's an opinion that I've got from people. People thinking whatever I said is wrong and whatever they think is right, which is also fine, by the way. But then I want to know what is the extreme you've got.
Okay, so last year there was this PhD feminist on TikTok who was like bombarding the young woman. Childbirth is slavery, marriage is slavery.
I've seen it before though.
Right. So it got to a point we have to come in to expose her. And we had legal staff. She made her law firm in Ghana write to us.
Oh wow!
That we have defamed her or something. Yeah, one of the biggest law firm in Ghana, Fable and Fable law firm. They contacted me. Like, if she think I've said anything defamatory, she should publish it online. And if I have to do something, I'll do that. Or they should go to court. So that's how it ended.
Wow.
Yes, but aside that, there are like spiritual and the physical ones. So before I went to TikTok, I looked at anything that is about me that somebody can use to say whatever they want to say about me.
You took them down.
And no, I said it myself.
Oh, okay.
I used the first 2 months to talk about myself,
right?
The good and the bad,
right?
And when the conversation became heated, that is what the feminists could use, because when it comes to the ideology called feminism, I know it times 10 than they themselves who call themselves feminism, feminist,
right?
You understand? Yeah. So it's something that if you decide to talk about it, you get attacked from. But as I said, the male feminists are the most dangerous, because these are men who, on the normal grounds, wouldn't have access to certain women. Okay.
So now they need to support the women.
So I call them the naive simp and the professional simp.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yes. So you see them online. They call themselves women's right advocates, and all of that.
Right.
What some of these men do is that they claim they are speaking for women, and anything bad a woman has done, they uphold it, that is okay, and women love that. Okay. Women don't want you to
they hate
correct
accountabilities.
Them. Accountability. So these men, when they do that, if they sell products, female products, it goes easily.
Oh, okay. So that's the agenda.
That's the agenda.
Right.
So some online, like in Ghana here, men who do that, you will see them. They deal in land. Okay. Will be assassin or So because he does that, and most of these so-called feminists are Ghanaian women living abroad. Okay. So they are the ones, majority of them, not having husbands or divorced. They are the ones that he will entertain. So they will buy his land and all of that, and the results, some of them, or the Bepananum and all of that.
There was one time I think I met one, we're having a conversation, and he was like, "Yo, I know what I'm saying. Some of the things that you guys say, I highly do support you guys, but to be extremely honest with you, I know what I'm doing." And this point you just made just confirms to me the agenda they're trying to do, because personally I can tell that when they do that, women are vulnerable, right? Mm-hmm. So when they see one party
women are vulnerable physically, they are strongest socially.
True.
Yes.
That's very, very true.
Yes.
So in this case, I think when he supports the women to that degree, the women also like him.
Yeah.
And then now he can get access to probably sex or maybe get certain things.
So, yes. So men who pander to women. Pandering to women is one of the easiest way to make money online. Especially if you are outside the country. Even here, you still make money. Mm-hmm. If you want to be that person that I see nothing wrong a woman does. Mm-hmm. I hear nothing wrong a woman say.
Mm-hmm. I always support them.
You make money. Mm. Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes.
I mean, I should have known this earlier, so I changed the narrative of my podcast because personally, majority of the things the women do pisses me off. It annoys me. When you apply logic, it doesn't make sense, right?
The man in you is awakened. That's why. If the man in you sleeps, so it's two things: is that you decide to put the man in you asleep
and support them,
right? To do anything bad, or the man in you will awake and you say the truth. And let me tell you, I have quite a number of women who have been on my platform who always tell me they've benefited, and then when you check, majority of them have male sons.
True.
Some of them will tell you that I come to your life all the time to listen, to help me train my boy, so that my boy will be able to navigate the dating market when he grows up,
right?
And all of that. You understand?
I get your point.
Yes. So,
but usually when you pay attention to this, right, majority of the females who pay attention to the kind of programs that you make, or maybe the men who talk about these things on social media, when you pay attention to these women, majority of them, they have a very, very good life at the end of the day, because they get to understand how men think.
So
in as much as you probably be thinking, oh, what the men said or what I heard this guy say is stupid, that is interestingly how men think in general. Do you understand? So if you still want to attack it, that's your point. But what are you attacking? The truth, or you are attacking the fact that he shouldn't have said this? What is there?
Yeah, no, you see, naturally, the female nature don't care about truth.
Okay.
What the female nature care about is
how they
feeling,
how they feel,
how
right?
it will make them feel,
right?
Okay, but there are women who have grown beyond that. So I always say that as human beings, we have our lower self and our upper self,
right?
Both men and women. Okay. When a woman decides that I'm going to work on my upper self, she begins to be logical in the way she thinks,
right,
and see things. But even that, don't trust her too much. She's still a woman,
right?
You understand?
Right.
So when you see a few of them who are logical, who understand male leadership and all of that, appreciate them. You understand? And as you said, majority of them are those who grew up with a strong father in their life.
Yeah.
Or they go to a point in their life and they were like, no, let me try understanding the way men think and see. And then they realize that I have my peace of mind.
In this point, I'm looking at it from two angles. First of all, I see it like, women don't have to learn about men to attract them.
Yes.
Do you understand? So when you talk about certain things, they don't know because the men are the one approaching them. They think that men like them because of how beautiful they are. But there are other things that men are looking at that they themselves don't know. So when you see a good woman, that's when, when we talk about good women are the type of women who have paid attention to how
what really men want from them.
You understand? Like they've actually paid attention to, okay, no, this is how men think. This is what men want. The vast majority of women who they call themselves the feminists and the bad ones, they don't care about how the men think. Right? What they care about is what they feel, how they feel. You shouldn't have said it that way and all that. Like, it's a whole bunch of back and forth.
Exactly. And so that is why feminism has to do a great job by creating weak men.
So the weak men can protect them.
Not just protection.
Right.
The day the day the last weak man dies, the last feminist will die.
But do you think there's ever going to be a day like that?
Oh,
but I think gradually
we just need a little bit of hard times, and it will happen.
True. You see, biology will keep taking place. If we fall into the state where women have to act like women, men have to act like men to protect things, you realize that feminism in itself will go down.
and not just that. You see, one thing I love about humanity is that we can mess up for a long time. The moment we realize that our misbehavior is threatening our existence, we wake up and we try to fix it. You understand?
Right.
Our fathers, like you and I, our fathers and their fathers, they've been simping to save their marriages for a long time.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But now, all the work they've done for 40, getting to 50 years, now it has come to the pinnacle, the top. The it effect is burning all of us. You understand?
Yeah.
So now everybody's talking about relationship. You understand? It means that they see that our fathers and our mothers soul in the past has come. The harvest has come. We're harvesting it and we don't like it. You understand?
Yeah.
So now there's awakening of men to go back to who a man's supposed to be.
Right.
So the more your podcast, my podcast, and many others, very soon our podcasts are going to be mainstream. It will be there. A TV station in Ghana will call you that. They want your show.
But don't you think for the fact that we go against women majority of the times, there will be backlash on a couple of things.
Now, for now, but very soon, what we are discussing is going to be the majority of things that media will need to go.
I mean, then that means they're going to. So their consumer base is going to go down because majority of consumers are women. Am I right with that? Because I've had people say that all the time that women are the huge
consumers.
You understand? So I get that all the time that if you don't take care, most of these things could be cancelled because women are XYZ and all of that. And then
the Americans say if it is controversial, put it on radio. You understand?
Yeah.
So what we are doing is like, Abraham Moshe.
Yeah.
Abraham's message.
Yeah.
Majority of Ghanaians used to hate it.
Yeah.
But the majority who hate it can't miss an episode.
True. But I think that most people who are able to elevate us are the people who hate us.
Of course.
Yeah, the people who hate us are the ones who cannot miss an episode of us.
Exactly.
Because they want to get triggered. Like, what did he say?
They want to know what
time?
you're saying against feminism.
Like,
and
what
all
happened?
Of that.
You understand? So mostly, when I say something and I post on social media, personally, the main target is to probably trigger the people who are watching. because I know when you watch, your heart or your blood will be boiling. Now you feel like this guy. He shouldn't have said that.
So you know what's going to happen? Somebody will watch you for the first time and say, he will not watch you again.
Right.
But what you said, he's going to meet it in real life. That's where he will come back and will be taking your content like Mojadro.
So let's talk about the fact that you said you've saved a couple of women from this. I mean, me personally, I like to correct you there. I've never had a sister. So mostly when I chit chat with women, like girls who come around me, I try to tell them how men think, right? Like I tell them, because I know this for a fact. Most women who are on social media and then they hype about the fact that they hate men. Majority of women who say that, they don't have either a brother figure or a father figure in their life. Because if you did have a very good father,
or she has been heartbroken.
Yeah, I mean, even if for the fact that you even get to the edge where you are heartbroken, I'm basing if you can actually say you hate men to that degree, like the way they say on social media, is because you don't have a dad or you don't have a father to that degree, like a man who is in your life.
Exactly.
Maybe you might have a dad, but maybe you don't respect him like that.
And it's not only the girls. There are boys who also say they hate men.
They hate men?
Oh yeah.
Men who say that?
The majority of the male feminists.
Really?
That's their posture.
Are they gays?
They are not gay. So they are the ones that always promise themselves, one, they are not going to be the reason why a woman will ever cry. Two, they are going to be a better man than their father. Meanwhile, they've not heard the story of their father. They've only heard the side of their mom.
Right.
You understand?
Right. And then there are moms who sugarcoat what actually happened and make it look like the father is guilty or the father was a troublemaker.
Exactly.
Right. I mean, when you listen to women and how they probably want to tell you things, you realize that whoever they wronged is guilty. Yeah. If they wronged the person, since they are the one telling you the story, whoever they wronged
is guilty.
is guilty. And it's sad. Now I want to talk about it for a second. I mean, what do you think about, you see our generation as the youth? Do you support that these genders stay together? Those of the most people who actually want to stay together in rooms and all that. What do you think about that?
Are you talking about cohabitation?
Yeah, for these, yeah. Some of them want to hustle together and stay. Do you agree that a man stay with a woman while they are not married? Most of these youngins.
Oh, that shouldn't have been the norm.
Right.
But who caused them? Feminism made it so.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yeah.
In the past, fathers who protect their daughters make sure that they don't have sex with you before they marry.
Right.
Because they know that women do sex to love. Men do sex for their brain to open. Okay? Most times when a man has not had sex with a woman, his brain doesn't work. You know, there are 3 brains in the human body. There's one here, there's one in the belly, there's one in your pant.
In the man, as a man?
Yeah, every human being.
Right.
Yeah. So most men, when they get closer to a woman, their brain in the head switches off. You remember that Windows 18, Windows 95, Windows 98, the sound. The woman, you see a beautiful girl, and then yash, changing happens here. The brain is gone, and then the guts is also gone.
Okay,
and then he's left with this one. And anytime a man tries to negotiate with that one, the brain in the pant, he loses.
Yeah.
So most of the times, men go into sex for their eyes to open, to begin to ask the right question about the woman. Women do sex to love. And our fathers were scientists. They were the best psychologists. They were the best sociologists. They knew it. So they had a system. Patriarchy had a system to protect the woman. Because if you allow the ordinary woman to go and choose a man for herself, majority of them choose the wrong guys.
Bad decision, yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So that's why in the past, that cohabitation will not happen.
Yeah.
But by 1970, the feminists started a movement called the Sexual Liberation Movement.
Right.
Which took the power of fathers over their daughters from fathers. So the women began to have their own agency to decide what they want to do for themselves as far as men are concerned. The same 1970s, the same movement also made sure that the shame, the stigma, the consequences that women will face if they get pregnant before they are married, they also abolished it. They use human rights. They are like, if a woman is not married and she get pregnant and you chastise her, that's against her human right. So they fought, and the church, which was upholding these things, supported the feminist movement without knowing.
Okay.
And then, so from that time on, in Africa, in Ghana, in the 80s, coming, that's where the term Premier Niba started surfacing in Ghana. You understand?
I see.
They didn't even know the word feminism, but they were the feminists in Ghana.
Okay.
Yeah, you understand? So from that time on, if a woman meet a guy, she negotiates on herself, and then they have sex. And sometimes they live together and all of that before marriage.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So right now, women has made it a norm. You understand? Before, men have to go through a lot of hurdles. So as I said, feminism has made sex cheap. Gifty Auntie is a top feminist in Ghana.
Right.
But Gifty Auntie has something that 80% of Ghanaian women don't have.
Really?
Yeah.
Which is?
She's a diva.
Okay.
Okay. And let me explain that. Sometimes you hear a 16-year-old girl, 20-year-old girls call themselves divas. No.
You're not qualified.
Yeah, you're not qualified. Diva has qualification. You have to be in media or entertainment for a certain number of years.
Okay.
Consistent.
Okay.
Being consistent. It's not, you know, yeah, the number of years are consistent in that field that makes you a diva.
Okay.
So Gifty Auntie has qualified. Nana Mama Brown is getting there.
Okay.
Kosia Japan, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
In Ghana, we can't get more than 50 divas. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So feminists will adopt a diva to talk shit about marriage, to talk shit about men.
Right.
But because she's a diva, she's the fantasy of a lot of men.
Okay.
You understand? Some men have been eyeing her, looking at her beauty on TV for a long time. So anytime she avails herself for a relationship, she'll get a man.
True.
Irrespective of whatever she says.
Right.
But the ordinary woman, by 28, your beauty is even dead.
Sad, bro.
You understand?
Yeah.
So by the time they realize, then the things around them that men will want to base on to wife them,
it's gone.
They've lost all of it.
Sad. It's sad.
Then the depression set in.
Okay.
Yeah, you understand?
Yeah.
And the industrialists knew that when you get depressed, we are the one who produce the medicine. So any woman that will sit down and go and peel the layers of feminism, they'll run away from it. But unfortunately, the epiphany comes late. And when it comes, instead of even repenting and then telling younger women that this is what I followed and it has landed me here,
they won't.
Yeah. They double down on their anger. So this woman that made her law firm write to me, this is a woman that when we're digging her up to expose her, to let people know who she is, we got to know that 3 years ago, she was speaking so nicely about marriage.
Okay.
About childbearing and family. And then when she hit like 37 thereabout, and realized that, so you can see that at a point he realized that she has said all the good things you have to say about marriage and all that on YouTube. The men didn't come.
Right.
Then let me go to the church. She went to the church to follow the church, sang and enjoy prayer towers. The men didn't come. And said, okay, then let me go hard on men.
Let me attack them.
And let me attack family.
This is where I have noticed the problem, right? The problem that I think this feminism or this feminists, these females are facing is that they are not paying attention to where the problem is. Let's say, for instance, right? I am not getting the men to approach me as a woman. I'm at my peak and the men are not coming because one, I am showing some characteristics that the men are not finding attractive now. Instead of them to rather pay attention to why do these men...
Why are they not coming?
Instead of them to pay attention to all that, they don't, right? And then they rather go to church and waste the time at church. And I don't know, because the problem is that when you pay attention to what is wrong with you and you hold yourself accountable, you will fix it.
No, but accountability is their kryptonite. They can't. Bro. You understand? So feminism go through stages.
Yeah.
The first stage is it uses what women have in nature. Youthfulness, beauty. These two things.
Right.
It used to let them feel like men will be chasing them any day, anytime.
Yeah. Women think they have time.
It's feminism that makes them think that way.
Really?
Yeah, in the past, your father and your mother will let you know
that you don't have time.
That you have a biological clock.
What do you think about men who I mean, society, sometimes you can be walking there and somebody will look at you, a man, and say, why are you not getting married?
And I used to get angry, but now I don't get angry. That is one of my sweetest questions that
when somebody asks you why you're not getting married?
Yes.
What's your response to that?
Oh, I tell them the reason why I've not married, and I don't get angry. Do you know why?
Okay.
It was when I was writing my book, Why Unconditional Love Does Not Exist.
Okay.
That's where I got it clear that we are sent here to serve.
As men?
As human beings.
Okay, as human beings.
The day you were born, a midwife took care of you. She served you. A doctor took care of you. He served you. A teacher served you. A photographer, whatever, they are serving you. So I got to know that philosophically, when somebody asks you, TJ, when are you going to get married? The real question is, who are you bringing on this earth to do what? To serve who? Nature doesn't want you to cheat.
Okay.
So nature sees it that if you come and you don't give your offspring, you have cheated.
Okay.
You understand? People served you and you are not serving anyone. You understand?
Yeah.
So that is the right question that people should have asked us. But it is too broad and long.
Yeah.
So they just put it, when are you going to get married? When are you going to have a child? You understand?
Yeah.
So for me, it doesn't annoy me at all.
I mean, personally, I mean, this is me, how I say it. Anytime anybody approaches me and say, why are you not getting married? Like, I think it's very, very
irritating.
No, it's very, very stupid, right? For anyone to ask a man, when are you getting married? Because as a man, marriage doesn't find me. I go in for marriage.
Yeah.
I decide
so
when.
You are not ready.
Do you understand? I can just pick my phone, call one of my girlfriends tonight and say, look, let's get married this night, and we'll get married. Because I go in for the marriage. When I flip this over, as a woman, marriage finds you. Do you understand? You have to pray and hope that a man have to approach you and marry you. So you don't put that same thing like it's equal. Do you understand my point? Because as a man, I can just call somebody tonight and get married. As a woman, even if you are ready, the men are not ready. Let's say you are 25 now and you say you want to get married at 30. When you are ready for marriage, are the men ready?
No.
You understand? So marriage have to find you as a woman. But as a man, I go in for the marriage. So when you ask a man that when is he getting married, it's a very stupid conversation.
No, it's not stupid. Sometimes the person sees you he from afar.
Right.
He thinks we are responsible.
Okay.
He thinks because of
couple of things,
the
right.
life you are living.
Right.
If you bring children to this world, you'll be able to model them well,
right,
to become, I call it, qualified members of society.
Okay.
So it is so many reasons.
So the people are looking at a couple of things that maybe I haven't paid attention to.
You haven't paid attention to.
Right. So they think I am eligible to
because
marriage
in the past,
now. Right.
If you haven't married, you don't sit at a table of men.
As a man?
Yes. When men are having certain conversations, they don't invite you.
Oh, okay.
Because marriage will make you say they can't reach him when you ever perform.
Okay.
Right now you can live a lot of reckless life as a single man.
Okay.
Because there's no child you have bonded to.
Okay.
You understand? There's no woman you have to protect. So you can live any life you want.
Okay.
But the moment a child and a woman comes in, you begin to live less dangerous life.
Oh, okay. So
marriage and child birth actually reduce men's testosterone level.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean that makes sense.
Yeah,
I get your point. I get your point. But do you think it's a thing now in our system?
That,
like with what you're seeing, do you think now the value of a man is highly rated on his whether he's married or not?
No.
I mean, as a man, your value could also come from other things that you've achieved.
Exactly. For now.
As a man. But as a woman, I think your value is highly tied to the kind of man that you've chose.
Because of feminism, right now,
the women are also rocking shoulders.
Yes, but one will get hurt. You understand?
If you have a woman who is rocking shoulders with you because of feminism, obviously one is getting hurt. One is low-key getting depressed. One is not feeling as comfortable as she's or he is supposed to feel right now.
The things that fulfills men don't fulfill women. That's one thing they need to know.
Yeah.
The things that will fulfill you, a man, will not fulfill a woman.
Like, for example?
For example, money.
Okay, money doesn't fulfill women?
Not to the level it does to men.
Okay.
Family does.
Children does.
Family and children does.
Yeah, everything. I mean,
so you see that right now, and I'm going to tell you, if you have money and you want to go into business, go into veterinary.
Okay.
Selling of dog food, cat food.
Because now I get the point you're going to.
Oh yeah, because
you continue.
Yes, there's going to be a lot of women who need cats to keep them. Oh no, don't laugh. Here is it. God created women to take care of living things.
Yep, women are people of people.
Yes, they are created to take care of living things.
Right.
Either a man or a child.
Correct.
And some people will follow feminism and they will lose on men and they will lose on children. And that urge to take care of something that breed will be there. so a cat or a dog replaces it.
And that's a very good business idea. I mean,
Yes.
I mean, it's good. It's good. I have cats, and I remember when I contacted the vendor, he was telling me that majority of his customers are women because they love kittens and huge cats and dogs and all of that. So I think that's
because it gives them sense of purpose.
Okay.
Apart from it giving them company, killing loneliness, it gives them sense of purpose.
So if they never get married, that's the second option.
Then they don't have children.
So they want to take care of something.
Yes,
like a cat
that has
or
life in it.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah. So back to your question of do I think cohabitation?
Yeah.
It shouldn't be the norm.
Yeah.
But now feminism have made it the norm.
I mean, with that, I agree. With the situation we are in right now, the system is trying to make it look like it's a norm now, and it's very crazy. But I have a huge opinion on this. I think that women are designed for comfort. They are designed for anything that has to do with happiness. When you pay attention to what really a woman wants to do. Like, for instance, when I'm talking to a girl right now and I'm saying, what do you want to do? She's probably talking about, will you take me out? Will you come home and let's watch movie together? Like, women are designed for comfort. So over time, when a man stays with a woman for too long, he becomes comfortable. Too comfortable. He doesn't become sharp and all that. Let's say, for instance, I go to the gym all the time. And I go to work all the time. Well, if you don't take care and you spend too much time with a woman or around women, they're going to be saying, today I don't think you should go to work. Stay with me. Let's watch movie. You understand? Like, stay with me. Why are you stressing at the gym? Don't go to, And they might turn you against something they don't even like.
Yeah. And so if you listen to them, you become a man they will hate.
Correct.
So in that direction, I don't put the blame on them.
On who, the women?
The women.
Because they are just living their natural self.
That is their life.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
It is you who have to know how to navigate your life around them. You understand?
You need to pay attention to the fact that...
What will make you you?
See, this is why I say that women do not even know what they are attracted to in the first place. Like, they have certain things that they already think it is, but the component at which they are at which they are attracted to, they have no idea. Let's say when a man is being stoic or probably straightforward with things, they might hate it, but that's what they need. The man is, you understand, like, they don't know that this is what makes the man even attractive to them. So I am big on the fact that in as much as it doesn't sound nice to the women to listen, this is how their nature is. Do you understand? Yeah. So even that woman who says what I'm saying is wrong, she doesn't even know. Because there's been situations where somebody has reached out to me on social media and they've told me that I used to work a lot, and then my woman started complaining, so I stopped. I limited the way I was working, and my woman also left me.
Yeah, he's not an initiated man.
You understand? So you see, that's where the weak men idea also come in, because they follow up. Okay, what the woman wants. Okay, let me just do it for them, and then at the end of the day, these things happen. You get my point? Yeah. Anyway, so there is this thing because of feminism. The women are also proposing to men. What do you think about that?
Women proposing to men. I think it's an upside down situation.
Yeah.
You understand? Mm-hmm. And are you talking about the proposal where the man go on one knees?
No. I'm talking about
they're shooting their shots.
It has always been correct. It has always been a thing of men to pick a move on women.
Well, women have also been picking moves on us
way back
for a long time.
No, I'm talking about way back.
Way back.
I'm talking about the fact that the ladies, because now it's a thing now.
Theirs is subtle. They used to drop handkerchief.
You see, boss, listen.
They will drop a handkerchief.
Yeah.
You go down to pick it for them. You catch an eye, and
that's it.
Conversation starts.
In this point,
means that she has selected you.
Correct.
Yes.
In this point, women make themselves available for the man to pick a move on. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
Right? I am talking about the part where a woman sees you and say, hello, I think you are nice. I want to get your number. Like, she's rather picking a move on a man. Right? Now, I'm not talking about the fact that she makes herself visible for the man to pick a move on.
Yeah, but that's what they are supposed to do.
Yeah.
The moment they get to where they are now toasting you, that's desperation.
But what do you think about that? Do you think it's a good move? Because I've seen most men say, if you like me, also pick a move on me. I want to get your opinion on that. Do you support that these women who should also throw their shot?
No, I will advise men to get their game and go pick on women they want. Because most of the time, because sex is very, very difficult for majority of men, when a woman gives this green light, most men will not turn it down.
Correct.
But after turning it down, they realize that you understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you are accepting it for a fringe and those things, fine.
Yeah.
Maybe it can also end up in a long-term one, but the possibility that most of these women who will come and then toast you to say they can't answer or you're lying, will be the probability that majority of them they will end up being bad women for you is high.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
Because most of the women who now tell themselves that they want to shoot their shot, and now they are doing it in different ways.
Okay.
Now some of them are trapping men's sperm.
Okay.
Yeah, they've tried giving the men they want green light to come for them, date them, marry them. They are not coming.
Yeah.
They are aging.
Okay.
They are trapping young men's sperm to get them pregnant. One guy came to my DM that this banker approached him and told him, "You're a nice guy. I just want you to get me pregnant. I don't want your money. I can take off my child." Nekwasia, he went ahead and got the woman pregnant. After the delivery, the woman is disturbing his life like crazy.
How? What is the woman doing now to disturb him?
No, the child need diapers. The child need this. We need to go here with the child and all of that. And I told him the woman has done nothing wrong.
That's true, though.
You are supposed to be a man. You didn't act like a man.
Right.
You're supposed to know that this is your sperm, your offspring.
Right.
You're supposed to be the one to take care of it, of him or her. And you didn't do that. You listened to the voice of a woman. Have you heard of a woman of her words before? You say a man of his word.
Correct.
So you listen to the voice of a woman. Do you know Adam was not punished for eating the fruit? Adam was punished for listening to the voice of the woman.
True.
So I always say it on my program that as a man, do well to listen to your woman. Because women love anything that listen to them. So listen to your woman, but don't listen to her voice.
Okay.
The difference is listen to whatever she says, but pick and choose what you pay attention to.
Right.
On which things she says that you act upon it. For example, a woman's cry. Don't take women's cry serious. The only cry that you should take serious when she's in menstrual cramps.
And that's the only one you
when
can take
she's
serious.
Pregnant and about to get delivery.
That's the most serious one.
That's the most serious one. If she has lost a parent or a loved one.
Yeah.
These 3 types of crying, take them serious. Beside that, any other kind of cry,
it's fake.
watch it too. You understand?
Yeah.
Because if you're not careful, you're going to listen to her voice.
Yeah.
And most time when a man listens to a woman's voice, it leads to disaster.
True. I've had a very beautiful discussion. I mean, I've learned a couple of things as usual. And I'm going to leave this segment for you, right? So usually this is what I do. I ask my guests to sign out for me. What you have to do is to tell people to subscribe to my channel. And then you give a couple of shout outs to a couple of people. And then that's it. So telling my audience to subscribe to Silvercast because it's so much important to me, right? And then the other one. So should we go? All right.
This is the 33 Men's Voice podcast. You can call me DJ Fuad, the public enemy who hates no one.
His name is interesting.
Do well to subscribe to Silvercast podcast on YouTube, on all social media platforms, especially if you're a guy in your late teens, early 20s, please don't miss episode from this platform. Take it like Mojadru. Morning, afternoon, evening.
It's important.
It will help you.
It's important. Yeah.
This podcast will help you build your masculinity up.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And let me say this, Paul, this one is so important, just like the subscription. Don't listen to this content to hate women. If you listen to this content to hate women, you're a fool.
Yeah.
if you listen to this content and you want to hate women, what it means is that you are a irresponsible man. You want to be treated like a woman.
Yeah.
You listen to these are realities. We tell you this for you to know who women are.
Yeah.
When you know who women are, you accept it, you don't fight it.
You know how to deal with them.
You don't change them.
Correct.
Don't go try to change women.
It's crazy.
Go look for a woman who has changed herself to what you want already.
Exactly.
That's all that I'll say. But don't forget to subscribe to Silvercast Podcast once again.
Exactly. Thank you so much. Now, guys, the comment section is yours. I would like to read through and see whatever you have to say about this. And as usual, if anything, I'll call you.